Hello friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back with Transport Fever Mainline. We're sat, well, in the middle of the river here, and we're just outside LV 426. The weather is beautiful and there is barely a xenomorph to be seen. We've got the shipping just coming on here. I have now fixed all of the ports that I'd set up to be freight rather than passenger, like an absolute champ. There. The line itself still not exactly profitable in the slightest, but hey, I've got ships now and therefore that's a good thing. We do have some passengers waiting, as you can see. Hello chaps. And they're waiting to go in both directions, which is rather unfortunate given that ship just left completely empty. That fellow was just shrugging. So they're all shrugging, they're all going, well, I don't know, whatever you're thinking. It's clearly a champion proposition that you've got going on here. But yeah, I mean, it'll take off over time, probably, maybe, could happen. Depending on the frequency that we build up and how big these towns actually get. Now, before we crack on to more illustrious topics, let's have a quick look at the profit graph. First things first, I have cleaned up all of the routes. I've got pieces of paper in front of me and all sorts, explaining which routes I've got and which I haven't. I've renamed them all, as you can see. Actually, if we sort by name order here, local indicates the standard 4-stopper on the main line that we've got going on. Cross indicates that it's a cross-country route. There will be more of those in the future. Actually, I ought to rename these commuter at the front so that we can see all the bus services in one go. Yeah, it wouldn't be so tough, would it? I'll do that while you're not watching. That's hardly going to be the most riveting of action that you could see today. But the big story is that as far as these local routes are concerned, I've got 2 left to do. I know. I thought there would be more, but there isn't, or aren't. There are, in fact, just 2 remaining to be done, and then we can turn our attention back to more exciting things. Because it's I find it's the combination of track laying and deploying new materials that makes for the most exciting of watching experiences. In terms of cash, we're now bringing in 20+ million a year. That'll do nicely. That's perfectly acceptable. Where are we? 2190. Where's my flying card? Damn it. But hey, whoa, can't complain too much, I suppose. So yeah, 20 million a year is okay. It's not brilliant, but we do still have some unprofitable lines running. Even those local routes, we've got a couple there that aren't making any cash. And once we've changed that, everything will be absolutely glorious. Shall I show you one more graph? Oh, I'm feeling charitable. Let's do it. Here's the city size we've got going on right now. As you can see, Hogsmeade is running away with it. Well, not really. Sherman's snapping at its heels there. Now, shopping facilities and jobs, they're all going to be stifled for the time being because we're not making any deliveries. Can't be helped. Goods isn't happening right now. Will be. I figure in the next couple of episodes we'll get back to goods again. And then right at the bottom is Arkham that I don't think we've ever looked at. I'll tell you what, let's go and look at Arkham, and then we'll roll the intro and we'll get on with the show. Mission number 1, find it. Oh, well, that was easy. Here we go. Here's Arkham. Draw your own conclusions. Okay, we pick up the action just outside Alpha Complex. Okay, we pick up the action just outside Alpha Complex at our depot, frankly, and we got a couple of trains coming through, but we've got a few more to add. So I figured we'd get the last 2 routes set up and running, which means actually that starting here was probably the wrong place to do that, but it felt like it was a nice shot kind of thing. Anyway, the first of which we need is New York heading to Miranda. Now, I did when I renamed all the routes, I went consistent in the direction of travel. Let's just quickly call up the route map here. So local, we always go clockwise now. So that's the first section on the clockwise section of track there, and then the second station there. Okay, it just makes a little bit more sense. I need 2 lines, but let's not confuse myself. Let's just do one at a time. Right, okay, so starting at New York, and then we hit Alpha Complex, and then Mos Eisley. I don't even need to see the towns now. I'm starting to recognise them, which is usually a sign that I've been poking around for a while. Mos Eisley Alpha Complex. Right, that's the easy bit done of plumbing it in. It doesn't feel like I've gone far enough. Should it be 6 stops? Yeah, it totally should. See, look, that's what it should be. Okay, yeah, all right, smashing. So this is going to be local. NNY2 Miranda, New York, so special. It only gets 3 letters rather than 4. Megacity 1 is the only other town that gets that treatment. Right, where are we coming in on? What do you know? It's picked out the right station to begin with. That's a good sign. It hasn't done at the other end, so that's going to be an adventure, isn't it? Right, we've decided to go on the middle 2. That's fine. Middle 2's fine. What I haven't done is I haven't optimized any of the tracks yet in terms of whether they use the inside, the outside lane, whatever it is. Yeah, haven't done that yet because later on we'll add express services that don't stop at every station. There you go, Alpha Complex. That's all looking fine there. So chances are these local services will all run up one set of lines, and then the expresses will head up others. We go through Mos Eisley. I can't help but think we've switched lanes here somewhere, and maybe we haven't. Yeah, look, there we go, switching lanes. I don't know why we'd choose to do that. It doesn't seem to make any sense. It certainly doesn't seem to be particularly beneficial. Yeah, no, why would we do that? Well, possibly because of the station assignment. Well, okay, well, let's tweak the station assignment then. So we've gone 3 and 5, so if we were to switch that to not 3 and 5. Hold on, what's that? Can't possibly be 3 and 5. Because there's 1, 2, 3, unless it's doing it from the other end, which would make that 2. What? That's not 5. Show me the platforms. All right, we got 1, 2, 3. That's not 3. Oh, we stopped 3. You nana, bro. No, hold on. No, it still says it's 3. All right. Well, how about we go? What? Are you looking at the right station? Arguably, I'm not. No, this is Mos Eisley. What? I don't understand. New York, yeah, 3. This should be 3 as well. Oh, there you go. And then on the way back, that needs to be 5. There we go. No, it doesn't. It needs to be 4. That's where I was getting confused. Okay, fine. Yeah, we don't roll like that. And then when you get up to Miranda, you'll be coming in on Miranda 1. You should be anyway. No, not 1. 7. No. Hold on. I'm confused again. 1 or 2. Either 1 or 2 is perfectly acceptable. So somewhere I haven't got a crossing set up to get back onto the appropriate line, which possibly means that needs to be. No, it already is. Okay. Well, what's your problem then? Or maybe this one. There you go. That one like that. There we go. All right, that's marvellous. Now, a couple of you have commented to the effect that I don't have nearly enough signals and they're all over the place and they're very badly organised. And you're absolutely right. My signalling at the moment is woeful. This will be changed in due course, probably when I go back and review which lines are using which track and so on. There is some work to be done on that front. I know the lines are kind of sucky at the moment. We will have them fixed eventually. But right now, all I'm bothered about is that they let trains through without any particular traffic build-up. And that's happening. I mean, it was considerably more messy when you looked at the... what are you doing here? Why are you doing that? Now, I get that you don't want to switch lines later on, but here, from where you are right now, you can continue here at max speed, whereas if you go that way, you're going to have to slow down. So coming out of New York, let's add that one. There you go, and then heading back the other way. I want to signal on the other bit of track, really. I don't want to. There is a chance this blocks the junction, but honestly, it's worth it. There we go. Well, I was half expecting that to put up a fight, but it opted not to do so, probably quite wisely. Yes, this does cross over all the tracks here. If I'd have kept it on the middle, it wouldn't have done. But when I discussed the original plan way back in the dawn of time, the idea was that trains would move across onto the next line, so they got closer and closer and closer to their terminus station to avoid having to cross over anything. I may revisit that, but right now, let's just get the thing running. So you'll occasionally get a bit of a hold up at a station while trains are crossing over track, but that's going to be pretty minor, to be honest. Right, okay, let's bang some hardware up there. First time opening the train menu always takes a while. I have expanded the number of mods in this series considerably. Please ensure, if you are following along at home, that you're subscribed to. Well, I mean, to be on the safe side, subscribe to everything that I've done. Right, all of my collections is going to be the wisest way for you to keep up to speed. Right, okay, so we've got the Renfe 450, which Renfe is I mean, it's Spanish, obviously. It's got a capacity of 63. This is the point at which someone's telling me it's not Spanish. Capacity of 63, which is actually not bad to kind of start this off. It's going to need an upgrade later on. I'm just going to see if there's anything more exciting that we've got going on here. What are the 363? Goodness gracious, that's a lot. I don't doubt that these will see service later on, but I don't need that kind of capacity right now. What about these? Yeah, there's enormous numbers of passengers you can get on those. These Netherlandish Dutch, they're a little bit more appropriate, but we do go heavy on the Dutch on a regular basis. We've got a Stella Flirt. No, too many. I think we'll use it. We'll use the little low capacity number and see where we get. As you can see, I have added quite a few. What about this Deutsche Bahn? All right, you can go on the other one. All right, that'll work quite nicely. And then we've got 112 going on from on this BR 1440 NO, as well you can see there. All right, okay, good, right, smashing. So that's a quick review of the multiple units that have been added. Now, as mentioned before, we're going to run half the system. Hold on. No, this is a back end. No, this is not a complete train. That's just a back end. All right, in which case you're going to get criticised by absolutely everybody for using it. Rightly so. Okay, well, that's that then. We're going to have to run something else, and it's going to be Dutch. It's going to be these guys. Let's go for a bit of... what have we got here? No, let's not go Dutch. Let's go German. I know, the levels of indecision that I'm showing just over picking a train, that's just business as usual, really, isn't it? Right, there you go, you're hired. Congratulations. And I want 3 of you. And you can go operate on the newly fangled local NNY. There you go. Off you trot. Smashing. Right, one last passenger rail to do, mainline-wise. And then we'll turn our attention to my secondary project today. My secondary project today is madness. I'm not kidding. Well, that's the weediest horn I've ever heard. But I'm sure it's jolly authentic. Right, okay, so the last one to do is Alpha Complex to Gallifrey. Let's go. See, look, this is what happens when you write things down on a piece of paper. You actually know what you're doing before you start doing it. Right, so here we go. Alpha Complex, and Mos Eisley, and Miranda, and Gallifrey. Now, the positive that should come out of this is that all of these stations will start to offer more passengers. At least that's the general intention. Historically, this has kind of worked out. More routes equals more passengers. Now then, you are being completely unhelpful all the way across the bridge. Oh, I've never seen anything less helpful than that. Brilliant. Right, into Mos Eisley, and you've opted to go 5 and 3. Right, well, 5 and 3 is not going to cut it. You can go 5 and 5 if you like. Right, and then on the way back, so Gallifrey, you're going to need 1. No, let's put you in 2, actually. And on the way back, you can go 4 and 4. 4 and 4. That shouldn't be the case. No, 5, 6. Beg your pardon. 6, not 5, not 4. There you go, 6. Right. That's just leaving. I know that first bridge section is going to need some looking at. But that's just leaving the turnaround at Gallifrey to deal with. And here we go. Right. And it will be the same reason it always is, which is I haven't slipped junctions correctly. Like that. Or like this. Or indeed like that. There we go. Right, that one's working absolutely fine. Let's go down to the other end. Now, I suspect it's because I didn't put a crossing on the big old bridge, and therefore it's staying on the same side of the track coming in and out. Now, that might work on a... Well, why have we got 3 tracks there? Oh, because you've got the passing goods line. Well, in which case, there's no choice in the matter. That's not great. You really want to be getting back over onto the line before then. The only reason I've not done that is because it makes an absolute hideous, horrible mess of your bridge work when you're working girders. I wonder. I wonder if if we get the track back up here and we go to upgrade, we can change the bridge style, because if I go for something that isn't a box girder kind of a deal, then all of these problems go away. I don't think I can. I'll illustrate. Here we go. I'm going to illustrate, and I'm going to regret having done so. We do, yikes. We do something like that. It's going to leave little bits of box girder all over the show, which is far from ideal. Now, oh yeah, I could change the bridge type here. Oh, that's not going to end in something that looks completely hideous. Let's do it anyway. Get it done. Go on. I don't want it. All right, you've done it now. And actually, that's worked out. That's worked out reasonably well. Oh well, okay. I was complaining about nothing. There's a first. Right, have that, and have this one, and that one as well. Come on. There we go. All right, what do you know? That's kind of working. Right, we're going to need a signal on there. Otherwise, I've done that for nothing. Just stick one on that bit, and then we'll stick a couple down here. In fact, let's do the lot down here. 1, 2, and then that one, and that one. And I'm not entirely sure what the ordering is here. I suspect this is my freight line on the outside. Hold on, are these even pointing the right way? Yes, well, actually they are. Let's leave it alone. We're not doing freight at the moment. That should be sufficient. Ish. Give or take. What's going on here? Okay, well that's not exactly what I'd expected to see. No, in fact, forget what I expected to see. That's not even remotely related to what I expected to see. If we're going up to... Apologies for this. Let's just make sure we're not switching back again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if we're going 2 and 5 and 6 here, then we need to be sat on the middle line rather than the one that you've chosen there. So I want you on these 2. I mean, I'll get you. I will. I'll get you with the signalling here. I'll use that. There you go. And then coming back from Mos Eisley on this one. There we go. Why are you stopped? Who are you waiting for? Who's ahead of you? There's no one ahead of you. You're fine. You're good to go. You are G2G. All right, I'll bank some more signals in. I'm not sure why that train stopped. And that's always a worrying thing. Why it's just stopped in the middle of the bridge. Possibly because I was fiddling around. But even then, I'm not wholly certain about that. Let's talk to him. See which way you're going. Let's make this day glow so we can so it highlights a bit better. Yeah, it's fine. What was your problem? There was no one ahead of you. The only thing it could have been is this one. Let's talk to that. You're also running in pink, which is very helpful. Let's turn you into blue. No, let's just go with teal thing here. I need to close some of these routes down. Let's finish this one off. Hill. Where are we going here? Alco to Gallifrey. Right, kill that off. Oh, hello. You are doing something weird. Oh, well, that's a relief. I mean, it's not, but it is. Yeah, you're going all over the show here. Hillview to Mos Eisley. Oh no, I've already put signals in here and stuff, which means that I've clowned this up somehow. Right, let's catch up to the train. Right, you're now in Mos Eisley 1. Alright, good. And you've decided to go out this way, which does put you on the wrong tracks there. Just so you know. Right, let's kill this off. Yeah, you've made a right pig's ear of this. That's a freaky sounding signal you've got. Horn. Hang on, we've got a nice bit of shot action here. Good acceleration. Although it has to be said that Dutch chap was slowing down at that point. You are on the correct side of the track. Well done, you. So maybe. So you go from Mos Eisley, you go out to Alpha Complex, and then you're going on 6, which is absolutely fine. So why would you use an inappropriate section of journey? Look at this clown. All right, so from Mos Eisley, we need you to abide by some signal. Come out on this one. Yep. And then when you're going the other way, hit that one. Yeah, okay. Just because I've put points in, it doesn't mean that you're free to use them willy-nilly. You know, a little bit more decorum in your use of points would be appreciated. Right, okay, just got to buy some trains, and then that's your lot. That's all the passenger services operating in the means intended as far as these local routes are concerned. That's only the first stage, but these should provide quite a healthy profit engine, let's say, as we move forwards. Right, okay, come on. We're in variety mode again. I haven't got anything particularly suited to this route. What about you? 112. That's quite a lot of capacity. Everything. These will do absolutely fine. 3 and 5 part are used, so this will be the 3. That's fine because it's building up right now. I mean, all of these will get replaced later on when we when passenger demand suggests that it's a necessity. And at some point, I'll take a look around. I'm not going to do it today because I've got something else in mind. But we will take a look at the different numbers of passengers that we've got waiting, and evaluate which what's the word I'm after here? Which lines would benefit from either a frequency upgrade, which I'm tempted to do actually. More trains zipping about is a good thing, or a capacity upgrade. In the fullness of time, I would hope that both would be likely, but we'll just have to wait and see. Right, have I not got any signals here? No, I've got signals here. That's fine. Well, you should be good to go then, unless you're waiting for something to come through. Either way, you're doing a bit of self-spacing, and that's just grand. Let's stop in Alpha Complex for a sec and watch some of the new action go past. This is a nice place to have a landslip that causes complete disaster. I'm just going to get me smoothing brush. There we go. Look, we'll leave the trains in the background while I do just a little bit of smoothing here. Just all of these angular mountains are causing me a little bit of discontent. So we'll just you know, we'll de-angleize them a little. I don't really want to be messing with this bit. Anytime you mess with the landscape above a tunnel, you run the risk of that tunnel then developing some frosty hillocks of its own. There we go. Right, let's get rid of that as well. Get rid of that as well. See, look, there you go. Bit of frosty hillock occurring here. No. Whatever you're doing, stop it. You want that bit only. Oh, you're gonna regret this. No, that's it. Don't go on, get close. So it's because it's clipping to the, or it's attaching to the section up here. Go on. I know you want it gone, but you might have to accept that that's not going to be possible. I don't know what I'm damaging upstairs. Anything? Didn't seem to be. Put the smoothing brush away. You've just you've set yourself up there. All right, there we go. Right then, let's move on to today's main project, which is going to be it's completely stupid, but hey, no, it's got to be done. It's worthwhile. Now then, what I'm looking for here is somewhere suitable, and Mos Eisley looks pretty good as item 1 on the list. You'll figure out what we're talking about presently, and then item 2 needs to be over the other side somewhere. Pseudopolis maybe not far enough. Although you never know, actually. This, I mean, it's the landscape's certainly suitable. I would prefer to go a little bit further, so maybe Caprica, or I mean, either Atlantis or Pleasant View would be the complete ideal for it. Atlantis is arguably the least suited to what I have in mind, although, given the amount of nonsense that occurs at Atlantis already, this might work out really well. Yeah, actually, I'm going to go for Atlantis. Right, airports. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. We've not used planes in a couple of series, I don't think, and we're going to. Right, we need a large airport. This is going to be jolly pricey, and we're going to have to do a reasonable amount of terrain flattenage. I would have expected. Something like that. I've got no problem with them flying off the map. That's absolutely fine, as long as I can get the thing in the first place. Having the airport directly above the tunnel would be amazing, but at the same time challenging. Now, I do have the terrain flattener, and that may be called into action shortly, but yeah, it's just a question of finding the right bit of space to stick this in. Hold on, I think I saw it. It could just be me, but it felt like I might have found somewhere where it wanted to sit. Unable to align the terrain is one of the favourite things that this game does. All right, well, let's try it at the less convenient angle. Anywhere around here would be absolutely wondrous. And that would be the reason that I like Atlantis so much is because, I mean, you've got it's on the river, so that's quite exciting. It's got plenty of passenger stuff going on because it also has the cross country, and it's got a heck of a lot of goods rail potential. I think we're going to have to get the flattening tool out. I like this location. So you're going to have to beef up the land underneath the bottom end and do a bit of smoothing at the top end, and then it'll fit in there. Okay, all right. So should we try doing this manually, or should we use the flattener? Let's try the flattener first. I haven't had much success with it, but then I haven't really used it very much yet. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's under this bit. Yeah, here we go. Right. Yeah, because I don't really understand what it's trying to do. Right, width by 10 meters. Let's make this big. Yeah. No, hold on. That's by 10 meters. Put that back down to there. Let's make that 400 meters. You're possibly going to need a little more than that. There we are. All right, okay, well, this is giving me unable to align the terrain, even though this is supposed to be the tool that actually aligns the terrain anyway. Thank you. Lovely. Right, edge slope. You can do what you like with the edge slope, because I don't fully understand what you're trying to accomplish. Right, I think there's going to be a certain amount of manual required there. Oh, hold on, maybe if we went for hiring the leveling the terrain by making it taller. No. No, do you want to do... hold on, you've said you can do that. Yeah, I mean, that's nice and all, but it's... yeah, this is just too low down. So I think we're going to have to do some manual on here. Let's get the brush up to maximum size. We'll keep the strength low, because anything else... my goodness me, this is expensive. Alright, so what I want to try and do is bring all of this lot here up to the height of that one. Tell you what, let's turn on the contour tool. This is the kind of thing the contour tool is actually here for. Right, this is going to be somewhat uneven by the time we've finished. But I only need to get it close. If I can get it close to where it needs to be, then there's a good chance that just by placing the airport it will sort the rest of it out. Failing that, we'll have another crack with the what's it tool. I am going through money here at a ridiculous rate, but I do want airports in, and since we're focusing on passengers right now is the time to do it. I won't be shipping any freight by air. I won't employ that mod, just because I didn't like the way it worked. I found it to be a bit less predictable than shipping freight by other means. Okay, well that's done a little. Let's see if that's got us any closer to our objective. Okay, right, yeah. Anything at all here? It feels like I've got you close. Doesn't in the slightest. Let's try the small one. I'm not going to use the small one. I want to use the large one, but we'll see if this is any closer to finding victory. No? Okay, fine. Right, well, never mind. Let's try this number again. Length by... let's make it 600 meters long, and then we'll twizzle it around this way, and we'll see if you can help us get started here. Hello, autosave. Lovely to see you. Thank you. Yep, I'd wondered why I'd stopped moving there. Couldn't rule out that I'd crashed it all. Let's go for higher. Anything? Anything at all? Oh, hold on. We got one. Good. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, you can do one bit, but you can't do the other bit. Flaming stupid. Flaming unhelpful. Flaming. What would be useful here, development team, if you're watching, is some kind of banding box, right? So you'd click, you'd drag, and it would set it all to be the same elevation as your start point, and it would give you a price and a tick box, and you just kind of go, yep, that'll do it. In fact, doesn't have to be the development team. I'll take it from anyone. If you're a modder of distinction, let's do that and see what happens. Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're going to be down 3 million quid. But now you have a section that you might be able to latch onto. Or not, as the case may be. All right, okay, no, back to the manual method. Let's just work on... No, you've gone the wrong way with that. What you wanted to do was smoothing. Even it out and you'll. I mean, in some senses, I use the smoothing brush not to necessarily smooth things out, but to gently bring things up to or down to the elevation that I'm choosing to work at. Right, let's ease all of this way. That's it. Keep it going. Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. Right, and then we're going to need a bit more this way, I suspect. That's it. Go on. That's it. Now, given the map that we're using here, there is a reasonable chance that I'm going to have to do some mountain adjustment in order to make flight paths not fly through the hills, because they're not Julie Andrews. Okay, this is good. This is coming on. You've made that bit a bit too deep. Right. Okay. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Well, okay, it's not flat, but it might be big enough, or the area of. You know what? Let's up the tempo. That's it. Yeah. It might be where I was going with that. It might be close enough to being on the same elevation that we've got enough room to bang it in, and the game will do the rest. Let's see if we're any closer. Come on, talk to me. How, it'd be good if you highlighted in red the bits that aren't working, so that I could just chip away at those until they're done. And this is my own stupid fault for trying to build an airport right out at the in a hilly section rather than using one of the flat bits, or flatter bits, I should say. Anything at all? You don't like it, do you? No, you don't. All right, okay. Well, we'll go back over here. We'll keep improving the height of this. I think we might need to decline the route, the land over here. This is all fine. This is all good. This is the process. You go through it, and when you're done, you end up with an airport where you have to do a significant amount of work to make it not look hideous. But therein lies the challenge, right? Okay, right, let's try that. Come on, we've got to be getting close by now. You say you've got to be getting close by now. You are. There's nothing that says you have to be close. What do we got here? Right. So if I slot into this end, then you've got to remove quite a bit more up there. Okay, fine. I'm comfortable with this. You know me. You've seen enough of these now. That you know that when I get a bee in my bonnet about doing a particular scheme, I spend all the money necessary to make that scheme happen. Let's flatten this out. This ridge looks a bit weird. Right, there you go. That's it. Yeah, some more of that. Are you lower or higher than... In fact, if we just smooth out a few of these bits, maybe it will just gently help the airport see the error of its ways. Keep going. That's it. Yeah, keep going. That's all marvellous. Do some of this bit as well. There you go. Now, having a low-lying airport increases the likelihood that I'm going to need to reshape some mountain action. But that'll be what it is. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll up the tempo as well. That way, I'll be bringing in some cash while I'm fiddling here. Right, how's that looking? Horrible? Yeah, I think so too. Also, you've really committed to this as an idea now. There's no going back on this unless you really fancy. It's very close. All right, a little bit more up there. Okay, keep it coming. Go on. That's it. Kill all this off. Just burning through all the money that we've been saving up to make goods work. That's all right. Because I know for a fact that once I put planes in, they're going to make an awful lot of cash. No one's ever complained about it being difficult to make profit off airlines. Right, here we go. And come on, what do we got here? Still a little bit further? Oh, it couldn't possibly be true. Hold on, I want to address that. What are you? You're a bus. Bendy bus on the Alpha Complex commuter. Fine, right you are. I find this to be the simplest way. If you are anything like me and you completely forget to... I've added new buses, look. Let's put the Van Gool on there. There you go, have some of that. Yeah, switch that on. I don't need to tell it to exchange now. It'll exchange of its own volition. Right, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, if you're anything like me, and you probably aren't, but I'm going to fill you in anyway, you forget to set up a replacement vehicle when you initially place something. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it was going to do that. What if I can now... That's width. Okay, well, all right. I was looking at it as being length. But let's make it a bit wider. Right there. That's what I want. Flatten that monkey out. Go on. Giving it a proper flattening. Too much? All right. Try a little bit less. Because if you can do this, I reckon we've got it. You know. Bit less. I mean, we're achieving less by doing this one. No? Okay. Yeah. This is the one that was working. Oh, come on. I don't intend to spend my entire day doing this. I've got other things I intend to spend my entire day doing. No. Really no? Genuinely no? Oh, hold on. That looked like it might do something. Or not. No, you've got nothing. Nothing here doing. Okay, well, maybe if we drop that a little... Because maybe we can do this kind of patchwork style. 400. Oh, the terrain alignment tool makes everything so much easier to align all the terrain. Nonsense! Right, let's try this one. Nope. Nope. It can do that. Alright. Okay, and then what about immediately next door? Now you see, now we may be getting somewhere. Yeah, and then next door to that. Hold on, we don't want higher now, we want equal. Come on, level it out. Level it out. Just make it happen. There you go. No, wait. There. Yeah. I'll do a little bit at a time. I'm not bothered. This is just gonna, I figure the more flat stuff we've got in here, the greater the likelihood is. What if we were to lower? Now, I might be misinterpreting how this works, but my feel is that it lowers the surrounded area to your target thing, effort, doodah. Target altitude. This is not working, is it? We're not getting any love out of this. You're going to need to go back to the gun and do some more manual. We'll get rid of these rocks. It uses the rocks as kind of the center point for the terrain manipulation that it does. I don't know if they're going to interfere with the smooth operation of them placing something or not, but I'm going to assume that it does, given that I'm going to assume that everything interferes. Right, let's bring this up to the same height. Or at least let's not make the change in altitude quite so abrupt. That's the way. There we go. Because it could be any number of things. Well, largely it's going to be that the terrain is a lumpen mess. Is why this is fighting me so vehemently. But I figured that just by gently tweaking things in the right direction, eventually it will go like, oh, I can do the rest of that. And I'm going to go, well, you could have done that 20 minutes ago. You know, by now we're chewing through quite a lot of video-based real estate. Let's keep it going. Oh, no, what are we creating here? Are you creating the Grand Canyon? Is that your goal? All right, bring all of this down. You've taken that down too far. Bring it back up. Right, we want it within spitting distance of the right altitude, and then hopefully the game will do the rest. Now, if that isn't enough, then obviously I'll just do some more. There we go. Look, that's a ruddy great piece of largely similar altituded landscape we've got going on there. I dread to think how much money I've spent. Let's have a look. Right, we are 44 million, 4 million, 11 million. Ouch. Right, okay. And see, there you go. All right, okay, that's the small one. We don't want the small one. We want the medium size. Whoa, I saw it. There we go. There we are. That's it. Got it. All right, let's see if there's anywhere else we do. Just see if we've got any options before I commit to this this course of action. No, you've got very few. You've got very few choices. Stop being fussy. Just place it, and then make it work. Can we come this way a little bit more? Keep coming. Keep going. No. Right about there. There we are. I've done it, and it only took all the time. Right. Okay. Now then, let's smooth all of this out a little bit. Make it look a little bit less offensive. Now, I mean, the first casualty of smoothing is usually the edge around the base. I want to build. I always want to try and get the outside of the placement of the thing somewhat level with everything else. For a moment there, I thought, hold on, have I placed the wrong type of airport? Atlantis North? No, this is not Atlantis North. This is going to be Atlantis International. I shall give it a funkier name in a moment. All right, there we go, and it's got a very nice drop off into the river as well. So any landings that go a little bit awry, at least they're not going to burst into flames because they'll have landed in the river. Now you could argue that that maybe that's less safe somehow, of having to actually fish people out of the river, but they knew the risks when they got on board. There we go. Right, now then. We now need to hook this up onto the street network. If I'm very lucky, I won't be, but you know, I mention it anyway. If I'm very lucky, we'll get some AI build coming around here. That would be absolutely terrific if that were the case. I'm not building with any purpose right now. I'm just trying to get a little bit of bit of road in. Or is that Rodin? Very good. Well done. Yeah. Classical art gag there. Admittedly, a very minor classical art gag. What? Why are you not... Why are you going, no, I'm a lump and I'm here to stay? I'll tell you, you're not. Eat this. Oh, no, you are here to stay. Why is that, then? Is it this flipping eyesore over here that's causing the problem? All right, well, we'll just hide you, then. Yeah, look, there's a right angle in there. It's the placement of this has caused some additional misery. Go to town on it. No, look at that. It is refusing to comply. We may yet have to resort to the concealment method of choice for all professionals, which is covering it in trees. Right, you're going to get covered in trees. At the moment, you just look like some kind of mutant lumpen mound hillock kind of deal. I'm hoping that you're not concealing Martians under there. But whether you are or not, you're going to get covered in trees. Right, it's not ideal that the airport is at a lower altitude than the surrounding area. That's true. It's not ideal. You've got the wrong button there. There you go. That's it. So gentle this down a little bit, and we'll see if we can't get see if you can't get the AI to become a local. Are we at max size? No, we're not. Stop mucking around with dainty brushes and use the get things done beefcake. That's what this size is referred to as. Oh, yeah, that's it. There you go. See, that's looking better. Marvelous. Right, and then we want a local transport connection to get this one hooked up to the railway station and to the port. And for those of you who are going, he's going to end the episode anytime soon. I'm not. I'm going to get this finished. We'll have this done today. Are we running buses or trams here? Because this looks like nice buses. All right. Okay. Good. What do we like? See, I like this. This tram station's really nice, but I'm running buses here, so we won't use that. Unless you can use that. Can you use it? Can you use the tram station to do buses? I don't see why you wouldn't. But then, you know, I don't make the rules, so there is that. Let's try it. Well, it says that buses are available. All right, okay, we'll give that a go. And before I press on, let's change this. This is Atlantis International. There we go. Right, excellent. That's an airport, somewhat hooked up onto the overall network there. And then we'll run. What do we want to do here? Do we want to run a little shuttle bus from here? I guess so. Sidings is the wrong name for that. We'll call that Atlantis Station because we like confusing people. And obviously that's just Atlantis. No, wait, no, that's freight. You know what? We should start that as well. I'm going to use Atlantis as the template. So Atlantis Station is going to be the bus station nearest the rail, and then main station is just Atlantis. That's fine. Okay, good. Now then, stop mucking about with that and start doing this instead. Right, from here, the commuter currently does this kind of a big wiggly move. Do we add the airport onto the commuter, or do we add? No, let's add the airport onto here. So from Atlantis Station, we'll go out to the airport, and then you can wend your way merrily on. Atlantis branch, no. This is transfer. There you go. Right, good. You get to work and what have you. I need to go and build another airport. Let's turn the contour tool off and see how it looks. Yeah, we got some work to be doing around here in order to finish that off. But you know what? That's perfectly adequate for now. And then we go down to Mos Eisley for our next airport. Now, I chose Mos Eisley because it seemed to have quite a lot of flat land nearby. Since the other side put up quite a fight, this one is just going to work immediately. I'm not even wrong. Okay, good. Yeah, right there. I'll take it. Thank you very much. Oh, you're a joy. You're an absolute delight to work with, Mos Eisley. Wretched hive of scum and villainy? I don't think so. You're a delightful hive of joy and wonderment. Right, let's go. Let's do a bit of... don't like any of that. All right, hold on. I've got an idea. Drag that up there. Don't remove the field. Fields are nice. Right, and then bring that around here. That's horrible. Okay, well, bring it down more gently then. Weave this one onto... No. Wait, I'm doing it. Give me a moment. Come on, game. I'm not new here. I know to connect things up. And but I disagree with your policy of just harassment. Oh, connect it up to the road. I'm working on connecting it up to the road. Get out of my grill, man. Right, okay, good. That's road. Right, let's... I'm going to use the same one here, you know. All right, here we go. Let's whiz this on here. Now, there isn't currently a commuter route here, so I think I'm going to have to set that up as well. But before we do that, let's... international. Now, I don't have any plans to add any further airlines to my route, any further airports, let's say, because this map doesn't really favour it. Transfer. There we go. Yeah. That doesn't mean that I won't. It just means that at the moment I have no desire to do so. Well, Mos Eisley's coming along quite nicely. Nicely, Mos Eisley. Okay, it's a bit of a push, but I'll allow it. Right, now then, let's stick that on there. I can hear the screams for use trams. Tram it. I would tram it, but I'm not going to sink all of my time into tramming it up. Right, it's a bit of a walk from the bus station to the station, but I think people are quite happy to stretch their legs once in a while. What's your coverage like? Moderate. Your coverage? More moderate, with a dose of extensive. Right, let's bung in some street stops here. This one will do. Right, okay, so from here to there, I suppose. Hold on, think about where you're going. All right, okay, well, it'd be this one, wouldn't it? Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. So you come out to this, and then we'll come back out on this one, whereby we will stop near the station. You come from that, and then you go up over the top. So we'll stick some on here, because we want to encourage people to live over the top. And then you come rocketing around here to, what's that? That's my truck stop. You've got the station stop there. So we've come rocketing around here. Rocket, then down to that one, and then where are you getting back over the other side? Do you want to go bridge, or do you want to go... You don't want to go level crossing, really, do you? So that would be the natural stop before you head out that way. So maybe if we stick one out here, makes for a slightly convoluted route to get to the station, but that's okay. Right, now here's the point where all of that internal rambling made external starts to make sense. You ready? Ready for it? Ready? Here we go. From there, yeah, okay, good. Next, up and over, out to... Really? Yeah, out to there, out to here, out to... Okay, all right. Okay, well, that's not exactly... You had a bit of a misthought go on there, but carry on. Go on, show you're working. That's it, round the outside. And then to this one. And then back to Mos Eisley. And then once you're at Mos Eisley, bosh, you come back to 8th Street. Yeah, I know, I'm doing my usual figure 8 kind of approach. Despite the fact it doesn't look anything like a figure 8. What number was that? That was 4, 3, 2... and then you're done. Yeah, yes. Okay, well, the coverage is respectable. You know, that's what... That would also be nice. If there was a button that you could press... What's this button do? Oh. Where it would show you all of the coverage of all stations that you'd got in a particular city, or all stops that you'd got in a particular city. That would be grand. Anyway, this is going to be commuter Mos Eisley. Mos Eisley. This is the new format. We're going to put the word commuter at the front. That way I can sort things by name and it works. Right, now then, I need a road depot. What are you? You're a truck stop. That's not the same thing at all. Have we got one anywhere near? No, we haven't. All right, well, I'll buy one then. Yeah, that was easy. We'll even do a gas station. Hold on, it says you go buy, sell buses and trucks. There you go. Right, fabulous. We'll stick you out here somewhere, or will we? No, we'll stick you out here somewhere. There you go, and then we'll turn this into some kind of moderately decorated something or other. Right, how many do we think on there? I think five ought to do it. For now, we can add more later on. Right, what do we got here? Let's go with the Arriva Max bus here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like 5. Go for 6. There you go. Commuter Mos Eisley. There you go. Right, now the bit we've all been waiting for. Let's set up the flight route. Flight route. Orange. Yeah, there we go. Now, can you work out where you're going to from there? Because I can. It's all the way over here. Now, this is a good length of route. Let's have a look at the mountains we're going to be playing with and see if we fly through any of them. Turn that off. Okay, we get a little bit close here. I don't know why we'd do that. Okay, well, at least that's trimming rather than actively hacking through. And then down, and then you go up, and then round, and all of this looks fine. Yep, that looks okay. We might have a little bit of trimmage to do. So this is going to be luxurious, or wait for it, luxurious air travel of the future. Right, marvellous. Okay, now then, I need to decide what kind of bus we're putting on this. And before you go, an Airbus. I go, no, not an Airbus. Now then, I picked up this fella here. Yeah, Zeppelins. They've all got to be, all my people are looking at something, and therefore a Zeppelin, I think, might work. 13 passengers, 89 kilometres per hour. Now, the thing is, we either commit to the Zeppelin approach to thing. Well, I mean, these are airships more than they are Zeppelins, I suppose. We either commit to that, or we go with my original plan, which was to use the de Havilland here, pretty much exclusively. Largely because it's a little bit slower. 486 is absolutely fine, but it's quite a lot faster than trains. It's relatively cheap to run, and it would kind of suit this hilly landscape. But we don't want a plane, do you? No, the second you saw airships were a possibility, we all went, oh, go on, do the airships. Go on. All right, we'll have, how much are they? 500,000? Bargain. Right, let's get 6 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I know. That's a stupid number. They've only got 13 capacity. Give it a chance. Right, luxurious air travel of the future. Here we go. Now then, due to the game, they have to do taxi at the standard kind of style. Oh dearie me. Yeah, this isn't stupid in the slightest. I will slow it down in a moment. And yeah, takeoff has to be done in that way, just purely because of the way that the game works. Right, there we go. Let's slow it down again. But now, finally, we know what everyone's looking at when they are searching the skies. You know what though? I'll allow it. It's not the prettiest looking dragon painted on the outside of it, but it doesn't faze me in the slightest. Right, there you go. That's airships brought into play here in the future, and actually airships are a reasonably futuristic, and as much as they're retro, they are a very reasonably futuristic way of doing air transportation. Right, there you go. That's it. That's your lot for today. Ashley, let's have a quick look from below. You can't. I can't look up. I'm rather like a dog in that respect. You know, there's a fleet of airships doing their thing. If anybody uses these, I will be astounded, because they're so slow. You'd be much better off getting on a train. Right, yeah, we'll try those out for a little bit, and if they don't pan out correctly, I'll stick the de Havilland on there because I'm pretty sure that will work out just fine. Anyway, thank you very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. Where are they? They shouldn't be subtle. Or have they just not got very far? Where have they gone? Where? What? What am I zoomed out too far? What's... No, here we are, look. Here, no, we are in formation. Oh, you know what? You know what's going to work out well here? If we jump on board. Why am I looking sideways? Oh, why is the camera pointing the wrong way? Oh, what a disappointment. Anyway, there you go. I'm Colonel Failure. That's your lot. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back very soon with the next one. And in the next episode, what we shall do is we'll place 1 to 2 more goods stations, so we start getting that going, and then we'll do another cross-country route as well for passengers. And I invite you to stick around and watch that happen. Anyway, fling a like at this one if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on the rest of the series. I'll catch up with you very soon. Cheerio. Well, there you go. That's every form of transport now properly represented. And all that really remains to do is to make it work in a profit kind of a sense. I'm not sure how long those Zeppelin are going to hang on in there. I may even replace them before the next episode. I'll give them some run-in time and see if they're looking capable of hanging on in there. Well, and if they're not, so be it. We got to see them anyway, and that was beautiful. Anyway, fling a subscription this way if you haven't already, because that way you can not miss out on anything. I know everything is here, all of it. Everything you could ever possibly dream of lives right here, and you're going to want to make sure that you catch it.